Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our viewers at the 214 Sports Show. Everything Dallas Sports, everything here at 9 a.m. on Thursday. I believe this episode is going to be published on Friday, right? This
You
week's.
know, we'll see. Friday.
Hey, I'm not putting you on the
Thursday.
spot, man. I'm just asking.
I'm trying for Thursday afternoon so we don't look stupid after the draft. So.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. That's a good point. This is draft week for the Dallas Cowboys starting at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. And of course, also we'll talk a little bit about the Mavs and Stars and their playoff series. And, we have time. We might just skip the Rangers this week, to be honest. What's there to talk about? Yeah. They just got shut out by the Mariners at home last night, 4-0. They are at 500, 12-12. But let's go ahead, get right into this episode. But before we do, I forgot to ask you guys. How could I ever forget? How are you guys doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all happy?
Okay. I'm doing
awesome.
Swell. Been a long night last
swell.
night. I slept really good. I got back really late, so ate that 3x3 last night. Feeling good right now. Feeling spry.
You ate a 3x3 In-N-Out burger?
First time
it better be a burger.
I've never had it before.
Would you recommend it?
Say?
At Dr. Pepper at 11:40 in the morning.
Oh yeah, he's wild. It's fine.
Is that great? Are we serious? Are we going after that?
I might.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
It's
just
just
to me.
Parents, bro. I can't have a soda at
I
11:40.
I might touch on it. I ain't gonna lie.
So does a night thing for me. I'm just saying. All right. Let's get into on today's date to kind of settle the tension a little bit. So on today's date, this one's a very special one for me. This one's going to be for April 26th. It's April 26th, 2015. That was game 4 of the 2015 first round between the Mavs and the Rockets. The Mavs beat the Rockets to avoid the sweep in the first round. I forgot the score. The score was 121-109. The Mavs ended up beating them by like over 20 points for most of the game. I was at the game. It was my first playoff game I've ever been to. Monte Ellis, in his second to last game as a Maverick, scored 31 points. JJ Barea had 17 points and 13 assists. And then Dirk and Aminu had 16 each. So, I don't know. I like this game. This game was fun. This was a couple days after Rondo screwed us over. So, good to get a win after all that. Alfred Camino. Shout out. God, he was a beast in that playoff series. He was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wanted to ask real quick. So the trivia, the Houston Rockets, they had 2 players on the Mavericks 2011 championship run on the 2015 roster when they beat us in 5 that year. Do you guys remember what 2 players it was on the Rockets that were on our championship team? One of them scored over 20 points in this game.
In this game, they scored 20 points. Was Jason Terry ever on my team?
Jason Terry, possibly.
Jason Terry?
Or was he already off the Rockets by this time?
I know he definitely stayed in the league.
Right. Jason Terry was on the team. He started that game. He only had 3 points. There's another player on the 2011 team
that has scored 20 points. Oh,
not Karan.
Oh,
the Matrix.
Y'all are gonna feel so stupid when you hear the answer.
There's got to be a starter then. Let me think.
Yeah,
no way it was Chandler, was it? Because Chandler was already.
No, Chandler was on our team.
In 2015?
Howard
yeah, Tyson Chandler. Yeah.
No way that he
was on the Mavs.
I didn't know he was still there that time. I thought he was only there for 2 years.
Yeah, he played there.
Did he?
Yeah, he left and came back.
Let me think.
I know you said we're gonna feel stupid, so it has to be something that like. All
right, I'll give a hint. He didn't play that much in for the Mavs in that year, but he ended up becoming a very prominent role player.
Wait. No, okay.
I was gonna say
played for a really good college team, the Florida Gators.
Like with Al Horford in there?
Al Horford, Joakim Noah, yeah.
Oh, Corey Brewer. My bad.
Yeah.
Corey Brewer. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. Ding. Jason Terry, Corey Brewer.
My bad.
The two Mavericks are on the Rockets.
I knew it was somebody with the headband.
Ain't he Mr. 50 piece?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Oh, my gosh, man. Wasn't that like on a 10-day contract or something? When did that? He had like a 10-day contract with the Sixers and went absolutely crazy, nuts. Absolutely nuts with them.
These 10-day contract performers they don't hold a candle to the guys back then. They used to go crazy when their money was on the line, bro.
Those 10-day contracts went crazy, man.
I mean, Yogi Berra might be the last guy to actually go crazy with a 10-day.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest 10-day contracts in history. I mean, I don't know, man. I wish they would bring those back. I do miss the 10 days and being like, you only got 2 more games. Got 2 more games to your contract's up.
Oh, you're out of here, buddy.
You gotta go pick it up. We're gonna play you 10 minutes this time. You need the score. So let's go ahead. Let's get into Pirtle, the Wordle version of the NBA, if you will.
Nice roll.
I still don't like the new format that they have. I wish they would go back to the old one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's bless you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go ahead. Who do we start with? Do we start with Russell Westbrook himself?
Sam Hauser.
I like that.
Celtics legend Sam Hauser.
It's just him. It's going to be someone in the Northwest. Should we just guess someone in the Northwest and see if it's...
Why do we never get a guy in the East, bro? We just don't get...
I don't know.
We don't ever get East guys.
Let's just guess, like... Let's guess...
my gay test.
Jermichael Grant.
I said Jermichael Grant, but shoot, you can go Jermichael Grant.
Yeah. No. Let's not go Jermichael Grant.
Please, no.
Let's just go. I mean, it's somebody who's a wing.
Isaiah. I was going to say Isaiah Hartenstein, but no.
Oh, they're going to be older. I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon again just because it makes sense. I just want to see if they're in the Northwest. Hey, not in the Northwest. Let's go.
West. Okay.
Let's go. All right, so somebody 30 or so, less than 30 for the number.
Aaron Gordon?
It could be a Maverick. That's still a possibility.
Who's older than 28 that is a forward on the Mavericks?
Tim Hardaway Jr.
Is Tim classified
he's like 6'6". That could work.
Okay.
Yeah, I could guess Tim Hardaway Jr. Okay, not a Maverick. Somebody in the Pacific. He's 6'5". I didn't think he was 6'5". 32 makes sense, though. A low number, though. So.
Pacific Lakers. Is it going to be Mr. Constantine himself? What's the old dude's name?
Wait, who's Castanet again?
What's the sorry dude on the Lakers, bro?
I know he's talking about.
Torian Prince?
Torian Prince. Yes, Torian
Oh, that's a good one. That's a real good one. I like that.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Are we serious?
That is crazy.
That is nasty.
They said we're giving you overtime.
That's crazy.
Right. 30. I don't think there's anyone. I mean, who's
like
30?
This,
who's 30 on the not 30 on the Clippers? Who's? Ooh. I mean, Clippers. We just played them.
Could it be Warriors too?
Yeah, it could be Warriors. It could be Kings. It could be anyone. I say we start putting names out just so we can. 6'6". Terrence Mann, he's not 30.
Yeah, he's not 30.
6'6" on the Warriors. Who is 30? 6'6".
Paul George, he's not 6'6" though, and he would be older than 30.
And his number is
the Suns. Josh Okogie.
Josh Okogie might be a good pick. I don't know his height or anything like that, but it could work.
Somebody on Phoenix.
Okay.
All right.
6'6", Phoenix roster.
Phoenix
6'6" and 30.
Bradley Beal's over 30, right?
Oh, so they're number 1 or they're number 0. Is that not Grayson Allen?
Oh yeah, I think it is Grayson Allen. Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, Grayson Allen makes sense.
unless it's Devin Booker. Could be Devin Booker.
There's
Devin
all
Booker's
these time to give
Oh,
us
he's
Devin Booker.
8.
Okay.
So Devin Booker's 1, right?
Yeah, it's
Gotta be.
Book.
Devin Booker's 1. I think it's just Devin Booker. It's number 0 on the Suns. We have one more guess. Bro, I just want this game to end. How is Booker only 27? All right. Okay.
I think we could all know we do not know number 0 on the Suns.
Number 0 on the Suns? Is that not Josh Okogie?
Last night?
Oh my gosh! Wait, who is number 0? This sucks, man. This is such a horrible hurdle. We're gonna show the silhouette just so we can get an idea. I don't want to give up, but bro, this guy looks like the most generic person.
I believe that is an African American.
It's a good guess.
I can't even.
Oh boy, 6'6" and 30.
Of course, it couldn't be Devin Booker or Taurean Prince, as we're both on the money.
Old dude, what's
The guy with the headband. I feel like it's him.
what's old dude that went crazy in the bubble? Not on that team no more, right?
Oh wait, what are we even talking about? It's Bradley Beal. He's number 0, right?
Is he? Did he change his?
No, wait, no, he's not. Is he?
That's also
I'm
not.
about to freak out. I mean, it makes sense. It checks out. He would be around 6'6", around 30 years old.
Hey man, give it a try.
Let's just try it out.
You got the mouse.
Okay. Wait, no, we didn't. It's Royce O'Neal.
We wasn't.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't like Royce O'Neal, man. I don't want to guess him anyways. This is embarrassing. All right, get off the. Stop sharing.
We'll be playing the forward.
Nobody saw that we missed
Taurean
that.
Prince, useless as always. Didn't even help.
Yeah, he couldn't even help. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Taurean Prince being the usual helpers.
Nasty
work.
Nasty.
So we got the Mavericks. We're gonna start off with the Mavericks today, especially since we just did Pirtle. I mean, by the time this episode is up, we're actually up to date with the games. How about that? So we've only watched games 1 and 2 of this series, and we obviously all know what happened in these 2 games. I mean, what's kind of like? I guess let's talk about game 1 for a little bit. What were your thoughts going into game 1, and how did they change in that first quarter, or that second quarter? Really, is when they started getting carried away.
Well, that's where it starts. I mean, the second quarter is where we lost the game. I mean, we played our absolute worst ball. The Clippers played their absolute best ball, and we still only lost by 10 or so points. Ooh. So with that in mind, it doesn't really surprise me what we did in game 2, what the Mavericks did in game 2, and how they responded, because you cannot just – you have to respond well after that embarrassing performance in game 1. And I don't know what it is, but we still just can't make any shots in the low post for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. The second chance points are not working well in the low post still after game 2. But that's the kind of response you want, because in game 1, those guys were making everything. And if you're not making your first shots and it's bouncing off the rim, you got to get involved somewhat on the box out to get these second chance points. And they just weren't falling at all in game 1, whether it be Lively, whether it be Gafford, whether it be Kleba. They just couldn't knock down any shots for some reason in the low post, whether it be 5 or 10 feet away. I'm not sure what it was, but great response in game 2. I thought that we still need to make more shots with our role players, whether it be in the corner or in the wing. That's still something to improve on, but I like our chances now heading back to the AAC. So I did think that this series is going to be tied 1 heading back to Dallas, so I'm not surprised really by these first 2 games at all.
Wait, can y'all see me?
Yeah, I can see.
Bro, my screen is frozen, bro. I literally cannot see y'all. Like I hear y'all, but I can't see y'all, bro.
It's happened to me too before, so yeah.
This is not
crazy. We see you don't even know
Riverside.
But anyways,
yeah, you're chilling.
I guess I'm looking at a Verizon ad right now, but I'd say this first game, we definitely talked about it before the series started, and that was the low post defense. And the first game, it definitely disappointed me in the low post defense. I mean, we all talked about we don't want to see Zubac do Zubac things where he faces the Mavericks, who's basically turned into prime Shaq, whatever you want to call him. And I feel like he definitely did. It was nasty. I mean, like Joe said, the second chance points weren't falling down for us. Zubac, I think, scored 20, I believe. And, he's just looking like an interior threat, which he doesn't really look like. And so the fact that we made him look like that was really disappointing. Like you said, the game fell apart in the second quarter. But I think Jason Kidd definitely has responded a lot better than I think he would. I think toward the middle of the season, we didn't know what Jason Kidd would do on the team. We didn't know what adjustments he was making. We all thought he was a terrorist. And he still has the allegations on him, but I think he responded well to his game. I think he definitely responded well to his game. Obviously, it's obvious. You can't go out there and play for the players. I think the players have stepped up as well, but I think Jason Kidd made the adjustment needed for the second game. And like you said, Joe, we played our worst. They played their best. When we just play on a level playing field, I think it showed what team was better. And down the stretch, he definitely made necessary adjustments to let us hold on to that lead for that victory that we just had last night.
Yeah, here calling Zubac Zuel Cinder out here. Crazy.
Announcer Joe.
Yeah, he's playing against an injured Daniel Gafford. We're not going to let it. We're not going to let it change the narrative. Zubac is still trash. He's still barbecue chicken when Luka gets him one-on-one up on the perimeter.
Barbecue chicken.
I don't know. I forgot who said it. It was on Twitter this morning, but somebody tweeted about saying that they've been in the sports business for like 11 or so years, and this was the best defensive performance. Or not 11. Sorry. They were saying this was, I think it was Chuck Cooper's team, to be honest. He said it was one of the best defensive performances that he's seen ever, even over the 2011 games. And that has to go with the defensive adjustment of Jason Kidd. And and I say this a lot because we always do try to trash on him whenever he does bad, but we usually never really give him credit whenever he does good. And he did good last game. Game 1 was a trash game by him. Obviously he's not out there shooting the shots that they were missing. His rotations were bad. He didn't play Josh Green for a while, which made me a little angry. I know Joe knew that. I called him out a couple times with that. And Josh Green came in and played good. But he was playing. All right, don't look. I saw that face, Joe. Played good in game 1.
His face.
You still can't see Courtney?
Nah, bro. I think it's gonna be like this the whole. I think I got to restart my thing or something.
I was on a conference call now.
Can you hear me? Excuse me. Can you hear me?
This happened to me during one of the Cowboys episodes. Man, I was so mad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. I mean, I think he responded to it really well in game 2, with how the Clippers were kind of pressing them. He was able to just adjust. He was able to get better closeouts. Kind of emphasize better closeouts on threes. I think was a better strategy for game 2. And they also rebounded better. They also had a better rebounding game against Zubac. They were able to control him a little bit. And so those qualities are, set you up for a really good game. And obviously the Mavericks only won by 3, but I think, to be honest, I think the Mavericks kind of controlled the game throughout majority of this game. If it wasn't for their high number of turnovers, I think this game would have been over a couple minutes earlier. So.
I mean, you had Grant Hill in the broadcast saying this looks like 90s playoff basketball. And you can have all the conversations you want about how overrated or the talk about 90s basketball. You can have all those conversations all you want. I don't think it was lockdown defense. He's talking about low scoring, it seemed like, really, and a little bit of good perimeter defense. I personally don't think like the defense in the 90s was that crazy as some of the vets make it out to be, but as Chuck Cooper was saying, this was a great defensive effort. And I don't want to hear these haters keep talking about Luka's defense, i.e. Justin Gooseman, who want to talk about Luka as a cone out there. Bro, he locked up Harden. You saw that possession.
He is. Hey, that's what I'm
just
saying,
viral, bro. Locked him up.
That's that picture from game 1?
Nasty, bro. I mean, people run with narratives, bro. If they watch the entire clip, he locked him up on that short corner.
Yeah, I mean they want to bro. The media narrative about him not playing defense has gone on for too long now.
Unreal.
It's crazy how. I mean, knowing us and watching a lot of the games over the season, we know Luka has had that ability to guard up, to clamp up. Like,
obviously he's not gonna be no like Drew Holiday or something.
Yeah,
But
I understand he's not like Lou Dort out there. We understand.
I just don't. I mean, he played phenomenal defense. I did think that they're starting to let some hand checks, some I guess some blocking fouls, when people try to kind of like drive in and the defender just puts their hands up and then like blocks them from the, I don't know. They're starting to let a lot of people get away with that in these playoffs, and I think it's really benefiting Luka.
With all of that, they're still letting James Harden get this whistle, bro.
They're still letting him get the whistle. He did the same stupid ass leg kick out in game 2 as well. I just can't believe that they still get fooled by this. Like, do these refs watch film? Do referees watch film?
Bro, they still getting fooled by the James Harden kick.
Do they watch film? They're like, damn it, that's like the 5th time I've been caught by James Harden. Like, I mean, seriously, how many times can this guy get away with it without like people finally catching on? He's kicking his leg out. This is not like some new, like, this is not like an innovation that James Harden made where he's like, I'm going to kick my leg out when I shoot. Like, that has been a problem in the NBA for years. That's a rule. They have a rule against it, and they still allow him to do it. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. But, I mean, overall, really good game. I really liked P.J. Washington's defense. Obviously, I think, I really want to just kind of harp on, which is a Derek Harper saying, harp on P.J. Washington real quick. At this juncture. At this juncture. I mean, look, 18 points. He had a couple of big threes in that 4th quarter. I mean, so huge because you're talking about this. I mean, these players are playing huge minutes in the playoffs, 46 minutes for Luka in this game and almost 40 minutes for P.J. Washington. And they're, it kind of comes to the point where, like, you need to specialize what part of the field you're going to be good at and put all your energy into, and then kind of be a little bit, lackadaisical in the other parts because you don't want to waste the energy on that. And you kind of see it, Luka now, he puts some more energy on defense, and now he's not scoring as much, Yeah. And P.J. Washington, he puts all of his energy on defense. But he was still able to go out there and help us contribute on offense a lot. He was able to play that high key, the guy on the free throw line when Luka gets doubled at the top of the key person and be a threat doing that, being able to kick it out, being able to put the floater up. I mean, I really liked. I just wanted to give a shout out to PJ Washington for just being able to contribute on both sides of the floor very effectively. That's a very hard thing to do. He's in very good shape to be able to do that. So
I definitely think it was much needed too, because with Kawhi coming back,
much needed.
It was needed to halt the momentum of Kawhi coming back after he just won game 1. Now they got Kawhi coming back. If PJ Washington exert that much energy on guarding Kawhi, guarding Harden, guarding PG, and doing what he did on offense, then I feel like that game definitely goes the other way for the Clippers side. Even though Kawhi didn't play that good, but that's also a testament to PJ Washington that he held them to those 0 to 5.
Didn't let him get in a groove.
Did not let him get in the groove at all.
We need to knock down some free throws, by the way. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm glad that we can knock down a little bit more open threes today, but them free throws, bro. 18 of 27 as a team. That's 66%. It matters a lot in the clutch, bro, especially in this game ending up being 3 points, 3-point difference. I mean, you're going to have to hit more, especially in your own home court. And I know that the Clippers section was cheering for some chicken, so we're not going to have that here in the EAC.
They did not get fed these 2 games.
Yeah.
Not get fed.
I do these free points.
I want to hear y'all's opinion before we move on to the stars real quick. Do y'all think that Kyrie Irving fouled on that last play? With Kawhi,
I thought he did.
One?
I thought he did.
I thought it was a foul.
Yeah, I didn't know how they took it off. I really didn't know how.
That was really surprising. I mean, the Kyrie Irving definitely got arm. He definitely got arm.
I saw that.
Yeah, he slapped his forearm, but they said that it's because he touched his hand first, and the hand's part of the ball. And so if you get ball first before touching the arm, I mean, it's not a foul. So they didn't call it. I thought it was really interesting. I thought the Mavericks were just using a bullshit challenge so they could just use their timeout and be like, yeah, we'll just challenge it just in case they like flip it. Who knows? Who cares? But they actually did flip it. Wild, it was huge, big help.
That could have saved the game. Who knows?
Yeah.
That could have really saved the game. I mean, he could have missed that free throw for all we know, and they could have kicked it out for another 3 and tied the game. I mean,
the only time I remember this happening in our favor again was 2 years ago. And I don't know if you remember it. It was against the Celtics. It was in Boston. And I don't know if it was Luka or Dinwiddie, but one of them tried to close out one of the Celtics. I think he was trying to close out Jaylen Brown. And they called a foul on that. But he touched like his hand on the shot. He touched Jaylen Brown's hand in the shot, but they ended up challenging it and they reversed it because it said it counted as the ball. It was literally 2 years ago on that.
I think I remember that now.
But they reversed it. I think it was Jaylen Brown shooting it, and I think it was Luka who was trying to close out. I could be wrong. It was either him or Dinwiddie, but they challenged it and they reversed that immediately, bro. I couldn't believe it.
I didn't know that. But I mean, and also real quick, if we do want to give a quick shout out to Jason Kidd, the Mavericks, they're third in the league in successful challenges, third in the league in percentage for successful challenges. The Clippers were at 25th in the league.
Wow.
Huge difference there for coach's challenge and success rate. Could be a big help in the series. But I do think that that's pretty crazy that they're third in the league in coaches challenge successful is because I feel like the Mavericks don't get their calls that much. I thought that's pretty cool. So give credit to Jason Kidd for that. He's able to challenge whenever it's good. I do wish he challenged that first game when James Harden kicked his leg out though. That was a bad non-challenge.
I was waiting.
I was waiting too. So, anyways, I do want to get to the Stars. We all have finals week coming up. And we all have kind of major stuff to get done this week. Busy week for all of us. So we're going to try to keep this episode short, even though it's probably one of the most important episodes of the year.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the better times for Dallas sports, especially because it's draft night. But I'll give a quick recap about the Stars. Hopefully they're still playing next week, so I could talk about them more. And I think they will. We don't know the result of game 2 right now, so that's why I say I think I will. If they lose, there might be a chance. But my points for that game is really just unfortunate. I think that the Stars, bless you. I think that the Stars would win this game majority of the times, and it's tough to lose those games, but you can't really hold yourself down for those games, especially when you're in the playoffs. I think it's interesting. I think the Stars did play better. I think they were the faster team. The Knights were the faster team at points of the game, like the third period. I think they were, but I think overall the Stars were the better team. They were the faster team. But I do think that Vegas is still the much more physical team, and because they play more physical in the playoffs, sometimes this happens. But usually the refs will kind of reward the more physical team. They will let them get away with some stuff and be a little bit more ticky-tacky with the softer team. And that's, the Stars are usually the softer team. They usually don't have the size that other teams have. And so that kind of affects them sometimes. They do get bullied around sometimes. I think they did just a little bit in this game. You could tell that Vegas was the more physical team. And that's what gets them those calls. I think that there's a lot of ticky-tack calls on the Stars and then a lot of no calls for the Stars. I think the hooking call on Marchment in that second period that got them the 3-1 lead was bullshit. I think that hooking was a play that happens in almost every single minute in hockey. And they just decided they happened to decide to call it, They just wanted to call it because they wanted to even up power plays and of course, you didn't get the high sticking play on Stankoven in that third period. That was very obvious that the refs decided. They were looking right at it, too. The guy was looking straight at it and didn't decide to call it. They also called a offsides on the Stars when we were clearly onsides. on a fast break on an odd man rush. And that happened a couple times. There's a couple questionable times where they said that it was offsides when it was onside. They actually took away a goal for the Stars in that first period because they called it offsides instead of onsides. So it sucks. It sucks whenever you feel like you got cheated a little bit, in a sense. I don't want to say that the refs lost us the game, obviously. The Stars could have won the game easily. I'm still going to put the blame on the Stars. But I do wish, hopefully, that tonight the game is called a little bit more fairly, and that the Stars keep that aggressiveness up. They do need to get a little bit better with rebounding their shots. I think that once they rebound their shots, they were able to keep attacking. And also, what else? What else was I going to say? Obviously, goaltending. Obviously, Ottinger needs to get his shit together. Let's be real. He needs to get his shit together. He had a pretty bad game, but look, the Knights are going to be good. They're going to score goals. We just got to keep responding to them and force them to respond to us because technically we are the better offensive team. We are one of the best offensive teams in the NHL, and we have one of the best depths in the NHL, probably the best depth in the NHL. So as long as we keep scoring on them, keeping that pressure on them, I think we could do this. They have that Stanley Cup pedigree, that finals pedigree. They just won last year, obviously, so they won't get too shooken by all of us, by the goals getting scored. You just got to keep them on their heels. You just got to keep them, or I guess keep them on their skates. Good little pun. But anyways, that's really all I got to say. 8:30 tonight, Wednesday night, they'll be playing Game 2 at American Airlines Center. Game 3 on Saturday. Game 4 on Monday. So that's all I got. Anyone else? Y'all got anything to say about the Stars?
I was going to say it's insane how equivalent that game was to the game one of the Clippers Mavs. It's basically like, exact copy. Getting down early, trying to make a comeback, and then ending up losing. But let's see what they do against Mark Stone because he was talking even more a little bit after in that little post-game presser saying,
fuck him.
He said people were asking, do they know they were booing him? And does he know that they were booing him? He said, I guess they didn't like me, obviously. So they got some work to do because you cannot there's no team that's going to really come down, that quickly against a 3-0 hole that early in the game. As long as it's good starts. Yeah. Huh? Go ahead.
No, I just don't know if you know about the Mark Stone deal, about how he had surgery, had a lacerated spleen, but it was really just to put him on the IR to free up cap space. And I don't know. That's what people are pissed off about. He missed 26 games, and all of a sudden he looks perfectly healthy during Game 1. I mean, that goal celebration he had after he scored that first goal, seemed like he didn't have any spleen. It seemed pretty crazy for a guy with a lacerated spleen.
That's nasty.
But, yeah, I don't know. Dirty work going on in Vegas, Sin City. So no surprise, I guess. But anyways, yeah. Well, what were you gonna say? I don't want to.
Can you see us now, Courtney?
Oh yeah. I'm perfectly fine.
It's fixed.
Okay, cool.
I got nothing.
It's fixed.
All right, y'all done?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll go with we'll go with the Cowboys. We're not gonna talk about the Rangers. We're a little bit behind schedule.
For sure.
We'll go with the Cowboys, and I just want to talk. Obviously, draft night. We had the 24th pick, correct?
Yeah.
24th pick. Yep. All right. So I want to say, I guess my first question would be, and you guys can have some time to think about it because I know I'm putting you on the spot. But if you were Jerry Jones, and obviously everybody wants to be Jerry Jones, no, say we're all in again and no freaking consequence. He can say whatever he wants and still get paid. But anyways, getting off track. If you were Jerry Jones and you had that 24th pick, what would you do with the 24th pick? Are you picking a player? Who would you pick? Are you trading up, trading down? What do you think the Cowboys are going to do, and what would you want to do?
I might be going O-line. I would say DT, but you can get DT in the second round. So maybe they can possibly go after one of our stud DTs that were here at Texas, possibly in the second round in Byron Murphy. But first round, I think they should go with O-line, possibly a center replacement. I'm hearing about this guy from, I think, was it Northwestern? I could be wrong. No, was it? I think it was BYU. I'm trying to find him.
I know there's one from Duke for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too good with linemen.
You could go offensive tackle with Kingsley Suamatia. We've heard that he was a great guy, too, from their offensive line. So even if you don't want to go center because Tyler Biage is gone, I think going after a nice tackle replacement will be nice, too. And Suamatia from BYU. I think it just has to be O-line. Either that or tackle because Tyler Smith is now gone. Tyler Smith will still be in his own line. He's still a very stout guard presence that we're going to have. But I think that Terrence Steele's time might be running out here on the Dallas Cowboys. That contract is not looking – it's not aging well, sadly. So I do think that finding his replacement early would be a nice change of the guard here in Dallas. And OT or center has to be the priority because you can get a DT in the second round.
Hey, Jerry's going to be calling up Michigan, man. Gonna be calling up Michigan. Y'all got any more of those D-line?
Pretty much.
Got any more of those?
At this point,
trying to get a Michigan Wolverines first round.
You should call it Texas, man. If it was up to me, if I was Jerry Jones, I think the smart selection is that O-line, that center, or that offensive tackle. Obviously, let's be honest, we lost Tyron Smith, and like you said, Terrence Steele is on his way out. We have need at wide receiver. Obviously, we let go Gallup, but I feel like you could really find something in the rough in the later rounds right there. Obviously, running back because I don't think Deuce Vaughn is there yet either, or whoever the heck Rico Dowdle, whoever the heck we got back over there. I could be back over there. I feel like they could get running back, but I feel like I want them to use their running back pick early. I feel like there's some good running back prospects in this draft, but they aren't like as touted. But if it's up to me, I really do like Byron Murphy. The issue with Byron Murphy is that a lot of people have him go a lot higher. His draft stock has risen past couple of weeks. There's even talk to the Bears taking him in the top 10. So I
heard about that.
Where exactly Byron Murphy would drop, but if he goes to 24, I feel like I'll do what they did when they drafted CD. Obviously, I feel like they really need CD Lamb, but they picked the best player available. I would go for a best player available on those that 24th pick, and if it's Byron Murphy, it'll be Byron Murphy. If there's a receiver down there that we really like, I don't think Duze or the Neighbors or obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. are going to draft 24, but we could take a chance on A.D. Mitchell, on Xavier Worthy. I think both of them might go to that early second round, maybe or late first round. We could take a chance right there if it's possible. But the smart pick would be that OT or that center. I would go crazy and make Cowboys fans pissed, and I'll get that DT, though.
DT.
Yeah.
Man, he better be Aaron Donald. Good Lord. Byron Murphy, top 10?
I know. Top 10 for Byron Murphy. I heard about that with the Bears. Look, I think trading up and down has to be a situation that you have to come up with in this situation. I don't think there's really any need for them to trade up to get a better draft pick this year. They don't have to do that. They really don't have to trade down for like salary cap reasons either. Obviously, they have to sign a lot of people, but there's no point when you only have the 24th pick. Offensive lineman's the smart decision. We've done always really well with first round selections with offensive linemen, obviously. And so I think, you do need that help. I do think that Terrence Steele only has maybe a couple more seasons left of him. I know that there's somebody from Washington that's supposed to be really good. I know they have a couple of good O-line. I forgot his name, but I know that he's supposed to be somewhere in that late first round. And then, I was also thinking wide receiver a little bit. I do think that A.D. Mitchell would be the more better receiver better receiver than Worthy out of the two. Obviously, what you can tell what college we're from. Because I'm also going to say for running back, you took, I was going to maybe say O-line, running back, receiver. Like that's what I was going to say too, Courtney. And I think if all of this fails, if you don't think that, I think you would pick running back over a receiver, obviously. And if Jonathan Brooks is up there, best player available, pick Jonathan Brooks. You know, he is a really good running back, and I think he would fit perfect with the Cowboys, kind of the Cowboys system. He's a guy who can, you know, he's not a super quick guy, but he's able to make those moves. In a way, he reminds me of Zeke in a little bit, like, you know, younger Zeke, kind of doing less, lateral, more straightforward. He's really good with that. Sorry, other way around. He's really good with the lateral movement. Anyways, yeah, that's really all I got for that. Yeah, do y'all have anything else to say about the draft?
We all in, man. We're just all in. I'm ready for the draft.
We're
all in.
An all-in move would be
drafting. All-in draft.
Honestly, I think an all-in move would be drafting a tight, offensive line. I think that would be the best all-in move.
Are y'all confident in linebacker for this year? Do y'all want them to attack linebacker in the draft, or?
Hey, look,
that's definitely something.
My boy coming back from here. What's his name with the bands from Texas? I can't remember his name all of a sudden.
Oh,
we drafted him. So, yeah, coming back from injury. Why am I not
Overshown?
Overshown. He's coming back and it'll be a nice boost. Micah, you better get together, bro. Please, man. Always goes crazy in the first half, but spotty right there in the second half.
Here's another question for like later rounds. Do y'all think that the Cowboys should take a quarterback? With Dak Prescott being in his final year, Trey Lance also?
Some people thinking they should take Michael Penix, but I think no. I don't think so. If you take a quarterback in these later rounds, bro, he's not going to be competing at all on this roster. I don't think at all. I mean, unless Trey Lance somehow just gets hurt. I don't think that any late draft quarterback prospect. This is already not like a respected quarterback class past that third round. I don't think there's going to be any like valuable quarterback prospects past that round anyway. So I don't think it's worth it like that.
Yeah, it's not like a Stetson Bennett draft where he's going to get drafted in like the 4th, 5th round. I think it's going to, there's a lot of these seniors, a lot of these graduating quarterbacks are all going in the 1st round now. I mean, I think it's just blasphemy that JJ McCarthy's supposed to. People are saying he could go number 2. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. You a JJ McCarthy believer?
I wouldn't be mad. I would love to see it. I want to see it. No, I'm not a believer at all. No.
I just want to see
I don't think he's.
I just want to see what happens.
I want the Giants to pick him too. I want
the
Giants. You know you want them, Giants.
Come on, Giants. What's going on? I mean, Daniel Jones ain't working, man. Gotta get a new QB.
Y'all saw that Zach Wilson trade. It's kind of nasty how much we overpaid for Trey Lance. Looking back at it, especially if we might not even play him.
Fleeced.
I know.
They fleeced us.
We're not even going to play him. We didn't even try to play him. He wasn't even active all year last year. Wasn't even in a jersey. I mean, he was in a jersey. He wasn't in pads. That's what it was.
Just had that same, the little earpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro.
All right. You want to shout out y'all's social media before we leave, though?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, Joseph_Duffy99. I'm pretty much only on that, Joseph_Duffy99. You can find me there.
Can't wait to see his NFL draft reactions on that Twitter page. It's always my favorite time of the year. My page is going to be Instagram, clivesdalife. You know how to spell that one. And Twitter is going to be C_Minchami.
Then you can follow me on Twitter at TJ.Krulowitz, TJ_Krulowitz. Sorry. And Instagram, TJ.Krulowitz. And then, of course, you can follow the 214 Sports Show everywhere on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, also YouTube and Spotify. That is, what are you doing?
What?
The 2. I'm doing the
214.
1 4.
Oh,
2,
okay.
1 4. I did it good last time. I don't remember how I did it.
Yeah, you did do it good last time.
I don't remember it, to be honest. Anyways, yeah, you can follow us all there at 214 Sports. We do extra in-depth analysis and extra opinions about some of the games and stuff going on those websites, YouTube and Spotify every 9 a.m. Thursday. you can watch us there, subscribe, like, share, everything like that. It would be much appreciated. And hopefully next week we'll have some positive things to talk about, some positive playoff series wins, and a good NFL draft for the Dallas Cowboys. Something good in the offseason. We need a good offseason day for the Cowboys. This would be a huge opportunity to get it. And yeah, I'm hoping everybody has a great time enjoying watching the draft. And hopefully the Cowboys don't screw it up for y'all. And that'll be it. We hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week.